Good morning, beautiful people, and happy day. Welcome back to my channel. We have just kind of a hodgepodge of a day, and then I'm going on a date tonight. I'm terrified too. I also never talk about these things. So be kind to me. Anyways, I have been perched here working this morning, which has been lovely. I got a ton of stuff done for work, had a bunch of coaching calls with clients. They're crushing it, which is always my favorite. We are going to head to Zion now though, because your girl needs an outdoor adventure. We need a little sunshine. We need a little fresh air, a little fun. And then I have some work to do this afternoon, and then we have the date, which, I'm gonna need probably an hour to have a meltdown, not know what to wear, panic, all that fun stuff. So wish me luck. Anyways, let's get ready for an adventure. Also simply did not bring that much with me this week. I have one dress, which I washed because it was wrinkly, and then I have one pair of jeans for later. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna wear yet, but stick around, stay tuned, you'll see the outfit options. You'll also probably see me running around with my hair on fire, real panicked, but how bad can this go, right? It's just a first date. This is also my first low-key casual date in a while. We're doing dinner, And I'm not at home, but it was convenient because, well, I say not at home. I will explain the whole home thing later, but I didn't have to fly here for the date. I had to fly here because I'm here, but I don't have to, it wasn't for the date, Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? I am in the park. Oh, my hair is stuck. I'm in the park now. I'm just getting ready to head out. I am in an area that's new to me. I've always wanted to try and photograph this one range behind me, but there wasn't any kind of standard trails to it, but I think I found a trail to it. So we're gonna do some exploring today. The sun on my skin, it is such a good day. I'm bringing trail snacks. Okay, these views in Zion, following that little trail, 10 out of 10. That was a good move. I followed this little makeshift, I don't even know what this, I'm assuming it probably goes to some climbing routes. There's lots of climbing in Zion. The first time I came here, that's what I did. I did a whole bunch of stuff. The first time I came here was, I think it was 10 years ago. I think it was 10 years ago this year. I was so young. I loved it so much. I was supposed to go to the coast. I had this whole trip planned to the coast, and then right before we were supposed to leave, I realized it was going to rain every day. And you guys know me, not a big rain girl. So at the last minute, I had randomly seen a picture of Zion that looked beautiful. And this is before social media was what it was today. I sound old now, but that's true. I saw one picture, and at the last minute, I was like, we're going to Zion. It's so beautiful here. I actually can't even express to you how incredible it is here. This gave me exactly the little view that I wanted, though. I've driven past this range so many times, and I didn't know how to get, I don't know, it's just this gorgeous, beautiful rock wall, and I didn't know how to get to a beautiful view of it, and that's really what I wanted here. So I followed this super random trail, and it took me exactly where I wanted to go, which was perfect. So this is your encouragement to not just go off of the trails that you get on maps, because sometimes the little other trails really are the best trails. Highly recommend. Also, a lot of times I get questions about what trails I'm on, and I don't ever post location details on my main social media page. It's kind of best practice not to, but I do post them on my Patreon. So if you're ever wondering exactly where a certain trail was, take a peek on my Patreon because I do post them there. I treat it more kind of like a trail book. So if you're curious, that's where you can find location details. If there's any adventures that I've been on that you've been curious if I've posted photos in the past, things like that, that you've wanted to know where they're from, just send me the post and I'll make sure I add it to my Patreon, because I definitely don't have everything on there. I'm new to Patreon. I want to say I've had it for about a couple months, maybe a few months now, but you guys know, girlie's been frolicking around the forest here for over 10 years. I don't know if you guys will be able to relate to this, but sometimes I feel like I'm 20 and sometimes I feel like I'm 40. Sometimes I feel like I'm not old enough to drink in the US, and then sometimes I feel like I'm old enough to retire. Come look at this view. It's so pretty. Gotta watch my feet or I'm gonna fall. What is this? Honestly, who said you could be this beautiful? You're making it hard for the other national parks to get any visitors when you're this nice all the time. This is Zion in off season, you guys. I think I've been to this park now in every season, because the first time I came here was in April, 700 years ago. I'm just kidding, 10 years ago. It was right after finals. It's the energy and the things that you do when you're a young kid. I had just finished a university final at 4 p.m. It was a 17-hour drive one way. And there was a hot spring that I wanted to stop at on the way. I have seriously always been the exact same person. I love it. I was going with someone else, and so we split it into 2 shifts. They drove 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. I slept. Then I got up at 2 a.m. We were, I want to say, around like Pocatello, Idaho. I hopped in the driver's seat. I drove all the way to the hot spring, the first hot spring that we went to. And then we hot springed, and then we got up and we finished the drive. We got to Zion, I want to say, at like 10 a.m. And it was such an incredible week, like such an incredible week. I vividly remember that as such a core memory. That trip really comically has contributed to who I am as a human being today. And I realize some things never change. It's one of those things that, you know, I think when I was younger, I used to wonder, am I like this because of the people that I'm around, or is this who I am? And you know it's who you are when no one else is around and you're still doing those things. Hi, it's me. I'm still running around the world exploring. That trip was in the spring though. And then I was here this summer in June, July. 2 things about being here in summer. 1, it's effing hot. I want to say it was plus 47 that week. It was so hot. It was a bit cooler inside the park. I want to say it was only plus 39. Zion's a shuttle park for a lot of it. Not all of it, but a big part of it. And a lot of the popular trails are shuttles. When you get to the park, they do make it super easy and convenient, and they are free shuttles. You park and then you get on the shuttles. It was busy. I was here last fall as well for a few months. I loved fall in Zion. Like, loved it. Loved it so much. It was incredible. Fall in Zion was beautiful and it wasn't too busy. And then the best part is in December, when they kind of go into their winter season, the shuttle system closes and you can drive everywhere in the park, which is so nice. It's also equally beautiful still. It's still magical, even though it's winter. And it's southern Utah. It's not like it's cold. I'm a Canadian, so I don't find it cold. Technically, it's winter right now, but I'm hiking in a sports bra because I find it really warm right now. Cold is relative. And if you want to do things like Angel's Landing, it's easier to get a permit for Angel's Landing in the winter just because it is so much quieter. Also, you guys always ask why I don't record more on the actual trail. And mainly because it's just me out of breath telling you that it's really beautiful like 7,000 times. I'm back from Zion now. I got back. I did have a little bite to eat because I got back kind of mid-afternoon, and I'm not going to dinner until 6:30. And then there's a little bit of drive before actual dinner, and I didn't want to eat him, which I think is very important. You know, don't go into your dates hangry because it's not going to go well. I'm just about to take a shower quickly, rinse off, get cleaned up, and then get ready for dinner. I am still undecided on what I'm going to wear, so I will show you my different outfit options. Shower, freshen up, and then we'll be good to go. You're not really going to be able to see this, but it's a midi dress. It's like very long, and then it has kind of like a cutout detail in the back. I don't know if this is going to look at all like what it looks like on here. If you watched my last YouTube, I brought this for the date that I came down here for, but I told you that that day was kind of a shit show. So at least I had options. The other option I have is this little white lace top thing. It's like a corset in the back, very cute. These jeans, I have worn these in Instagram pictures before. So maybe this, I can't decide. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? I hate dating. We are clean. I'm going to try and get caffeinated a bit here, and then I'm trying to decide if I want to just touch up my makeup or if I want to just wash my face and put new makeup on. Also, I do not know what this is. I have like a big patch of dry skin here. What is happening? It's because I'm nervous. Rude. I feel like people assume that I just date all the time. So I've gone on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dates this year. I have a new motto. I'm super hyper independent and I can do everything, but I don't want to. And in my next relationship, I would like to be the feminine one. So that's my only request. Always men's. Hi, it was me. Someone didn't pack any appropriate jackets. Well, I packed lots of appropriate jackets for hiking. I just can't wear a puff, an insulated puff with the dress. That will look silly. So I'm a little frazzled right now. This is probably the worst angle in the world. I just don't really know where else to put you. Okay. Wish me luck. So obviously I owe you a date update. Okay, I have to find a place to perch you. The date went really well. It was a first date, obviously. He was really sweet. He came and picked me up, which I really appreciate. Opened all my doors, was very much a gentleman, which I personally love. It's also Utah, so I feel like that's more common here. It was fun. I had fun. He was really nice. He brought me ice cream. You know, we love those things. I'm venturing back into the dating world, so I know that part of that is just like getting out and meeting people and going on dates and experiencing that. If you're in a similar season of life, you know what I mean. It just feels so odd, especially the one thing about dating after being married is I struggle with, after I've gone on one date with someone, I almost feel like I have to see it out before I can go on a date with someone different, because it feels, I'm such a loyalist, it just feels disloyal not to. But I know that that's not how dating works, so I am trying to work on that, because I know that part of dating, especially with first dates, second dates, things like that, like everyone, there's lots of people who go on like a couple first dates a week, and that's totally normal and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just my personal, I think it's just from being married. I don't know, it's just it's just tough to kind of get my brain wrapped around that. But you know, we're working on it slowly but surely. It's the next morning, obviously. I have a couple errands that I need to run. We grabbed a Starbucks and we're gonna go run some errands here, but date was good. I had fun, and you know, if nothing else, it's getting back into the dating world in a positive way, I think, I hope. Anyways, thanks for coming to hang out. Thanks for coming to adventure. Thanks for coming on a date with me, and I'll see you in the next one.